So I'm all dressed up, ready to go out for Halloween, and I haven't vlogged yet, so hi! I actually wanted to talk about something today that it sounds like it's Halloween related, and it's really not at all. So, if you've been watching for a while, you're probably aware of Project Selfie. Often when I talk to people about it, they ask why I choose to focus on improving my confidence on my appearance, which I thought I explained in the video, but hey. We want to, obviously, reasons in the original Project Selfie video, but there's also that's one of the areas where I need to improve my confidence the most, because in many other areas I've already been working to improve my confidence before I even started vlogging. It's one of the reasons I started vlogging. Basically, I just wanted to talk about this general idea I've had that's helped me. It's not a project because it's already something that I've been doing a lot of for the past few years now, and it's just a tiny piece of advice that may or may not work for everyone, but it helps me, and that is, do things that scare you. Do things that make you feel anxious or afraid or just generally worried. Because when you can do those things, there's nothing holding you back. Like, I have so many things that terrify me, and over the past few years I've done, little things to get over that, and then there's like bigger things. So there's like little things like I don't like making phone calls. Something about not being able to see the person I'm speaking to really makes me uncomfortable. So anytime I have to phone anyone for anything is terrifying for me, but I do it mainly because it's silly and irrational, but also because I need to. And then obviously the bigger things like lying to university and moving away. Basically, I just believe that if you can do the things that frighten you, even if you don't know how they're going to turn out. And I don't mean silly things like walking through the dark in the park on your own, or chasing that random clown you've seen on the street. No, don't do that. But the little things that scare you, like meeting new people, going places you've not been before, anything. What other things? I don't know, telling someone you like them. I don't know, things that scare you, just do them. Because believe me, you don't regret anything more than missed opportunities. So you should just, even if it terrifies you and makes you anxious, you should go for it. You should do it. And maybe it doesn't work out, but hey, at least you tried. That doesn't sound very motivating at all, but it's much more fulfilling. I've found that it's much more fulfilling when you do something that frightened you and then you've done it and you're like, yeah, beat that, whatever it was. One of the big things for me this year was I volunteered to be an extra on a web series, which if you were watching my vlogs about that, I actually did a vlog about it that you can go back and look at. Yeah, and I know to some people that they think, oh, but that sounds fun, or that's what I choose to do for a living, or whatever. But for me, let's see it. I don't like meeting new people. I don't like going to places I haven't been before by myself. Certainly don't like being in front of a camera. Being in costume makes me feel self-conscious, and I don't like people looking at me. Or I don't like feeling like people are looking at me. So being an extra on a web series kind of tick, 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 tick. And And it was terrifying, and I was terrified about going to this place that I'd never been to by myself, and was terrified of meeting the new people. And and what I actually did that day was get up and get in my costume, walk to the place in my costume. So lots of people saw me in my costume. I was very self-conscious about that. Then I got there and I had the best day. Like, if you go watch my vlog from that day, you can see how excited I was. It was so much fun, and I made some new good friends, and it was brilliant. Incidentally, the episode that I'm an extra in came out the other day, and I definitely recommend you go check it out. Go put this side, go here. And hey, if it piques your interest and you decide that you actually want to go back and watch series 1, then definitely recommend that you do, because I love it. Brilliant. So but that is one of the scary things that I did this year. Climbed a rock wall too. I think I've mentioned that before. But I always had, it's a silly thing, because I've always wanted to go climb a rock wall, but they're always in really public places, and well, someone will see me attempting to climb the rock wall. What if I fall? What if something ridiculously embarrassing happens? And then the other month, I did it, and me and my friends both climbed the wall. Just did it, didn't worry about people looking or whatever. And you realise when you force yourself to do things that scare you, realise how silly some of them are. Like, or things that make sense. Just like, I wear skinny jeans now, and that is another thing that seems ridiculously silly, and like anyone who hears that just thinks, well, yeah, so. But I still don't buy my legs, so, but I used to be really self-conscious about it. Like, I didn't want to wear something that tight on my legs, because some people could see my legs, or the shape of my legs. I don't know, I had some stupid reason then for not wanting to try skinny jeans ever, kind of thought, screw that. No, I love them. Most of my jeans are skinny jeans, and I get to wear them with my sexy boots, and I love it. So, yeah, kind of, you force yourself to do the things that make you anxious or scared. You start to realise how silly they were, assuming they were silly ones, like silly things like that. And you do gain confidence, because you're like, I'm awesome, I did that thing, I overcame it, and I'm brilliant for it. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say this week, is go do things that scare you. Get out there and just do them, and be happy for yourself for doing it. And hey, if you feel free to comment if you've got random little fears that you overcame because you just decided you were going to go do it. Like, yeah, tell me. I like to hear that I'm not the only person who's afraid of silly things. Yeah, but that's all I've got for you, so I will see you next week. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Woo! I found for this to be a lot more motivational than I keep losing my track.